And I'm back in the car. 6:33 p.m. Actually, 6:35 p.m. Wow, that thing is already 2 minutes behind. Stupid clock in the dash. I need to get another stereo in there that actually keeps time, because that thing's inability to keep time is annoying. Tuesday, September 6th, still 2022. As I said, 6:35 p.m. Priscilla trying to call me on my iPhone. Yeah. You know what? When you are always too busy for bedroom fun, oh, I ain't got time for bedroom fun. Oh, I got other stuff I need to do. I got other priorities, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I got other priorities than answering my phone when you call. That's how that works. All right. So, yeah, there's no way in hell I am going to, blinding sun. No way in hell I am going to make it to Amazon on time, but I'm not going to be terribly late, and I will be able to put a little PTO on it, so should be all right. I don't know, maybe I can make it in time. 25 minutes from here to 75th Avenue. I don't know. See if I can make it happen. Shouldn't be too much traffic. Usually after about 6:30, the traffic pretty much dies out. Yeah, I told Rob, he's like, oh, you'll make it. I'm like, dude, I work way on the west side. He's like, I thought you said you worked at 7th Avenue and Roosevelt. I'm like, dude, 79th Avenue in Roosevelt. I don't know where he got 7th Avenue from. And I'm kind of bewildered that Rob would think that there could be an Amazon, a warehouse big enough to house an Amazon facility at 7th Avenue in Roosevelt. And that's practically downtown. There's no warehouses there. I mean, even the what used to be the warehouse district, that's all like overpriced mid-rise and high-rise apartments now. There's no warehouses down there anymore, I don't think. Oh, that air feels so good. If I got anything left in my drink. Oh, I got a little bit of watered down Baja Blast. Oh yeah, that's awful, but at least it's wet. I'd love to get some video of this stuff on the right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Probably not too clearly with the angle of the sun and the angle of my phone, but on the right side of the freeway, on the in the end of right of way to the right through here, from the on ramp there at 32nd Street and University on up here to the split, well, actually to the Salt River. I'm about ready to cross the Salt River here. Yeah, right here is where the Salt River starts. There's a whole lot of unmaintained palm trees, and that's something you don't see in Phoenix very often. Pretty much everybody always trims their palm trees, because if you don't, there's a whole bunch of debris that falls off it. It makes the landscape look really terrible. It's just not the way palm trees are maintained. But those palm trees, ADOT doesn't maintain them at all. So there's a whole bunch of palm trees that I think have just kind of grown on their own. I mean, obviously, palm trees not native to the United States, but they thrive in this climate. In fact, I think it's the City of Phoenix YouTube channel that has a really good little documentary about the first person to ever plant a palm tree in Phoenix, and kind of how the palm trees in Phoenix thing started. And maybe someday I'll link it in the description, but probably not. Anyway, but I think if you search City of Phoenix palm trees, it'd probably come up. It's on the City of Phoenix YouTube channel. Oh man, the glare of that sun, I can barely see the road coming up here. Anyway, yeah, those ones to me are unusual because they're super dense next to each other, and they're all untrimmed. So you've got all the dead palm leaves just going down the entire length of the tree. This looks so different than like these palm trees here ahead on the right, which is how you normally see them, with the narrow trunk all trimmed down, and just the palm plume at the top. I always find it funny when I get into different YouTube comment sections about Phoenix and in the Phoenix subreddit to see how many people absolutely hate palm trees. I mean, granted, they don't provide much in the way of shade, but I can't see hating them. I don't know. Always love palm trees. I think they're cool. I mean, yeah, they don't provide shit for shade, but I don't know. I think they look cool, and they're good for the birds. In fact, speaking of things that naturally would not be here in the Phoenix area, Phoenix has feral parrots. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I feel like I have. African lovebirds. They're little tiny green feral parrots. I want to say in the early 1990s there was a monsoon storm that let a whole bunch of them loose from an aviary that was breeding them down in the East Valley. And since then, they've spread out into a lot of areas around the city. In fact, there's some of them, I've seen them in my neighborhood before. They will live in palm trees. They like palm trees. There's some other trees that live in them, but particularly like palm trees, which is kind of weird because I think palm trees are like a native plant from where those parrots are actually from. And then the other thing that they tend to nest really well in, which is not natural for them, is there are other birds like the cactus wren specifically, which is the state bird. The cactus wren will dig out nests in the saguaro cactuses, which I think is our state tree. I can't explain that. It's Arizona. Our state tree is a big ass cactus, which you want. Oh my God, sun right in my face. That is blinding. Thank you, truck. Stay right between me and the sun, please. So anyway, the cactus wren kind of got a long bill, and they'll make nests in the saguaro cactuses. They'll peck out a hole through the cactus and nest inside the cactus. And eventually they abandon those nests. And while the lovebirds aren't they're not naturally equipped to do that, they do really well living in the nests that are abandoned by the cactus wrens. So I'm gonna say that the palm trees definitely serve a pretty cool purpose, if for no other reason than they provide a place for Phoenix's feral parrots to live. Anyway, what got me talking about palm trees is right on the right, and that's the only place I can really think of where I see that. Is there's just a lot of palm trees that have grown on their own, and ADOT doesn't maintain them, and nobody else maintains them, and there's just enough water that goes through there, that drains into the Salt River, off the freeway and into the Salt River, that those trees are just absolutely thriving, and they're super dense. And one of these years, I would really like to try to walk down there and explore it. Like, I'm sure that's one of those areas where ADOT doesn't want pedestrians, but it is a public right-of-way, so as long as I'm not causing problems, I don't see DPS messing with me if I wander in there and shoot some video of some very thick palm trees. So it says 6:42, so that means it is 6:44. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be a little bit late getting to work. Not very late, but a little bit late. Oh, hello, motorcycle. Sorry, I just need to get a little bit of water in me. It's been a hot day. It's really important in Phoenix to stay hydrated, and I don't think I've been staying hydrated enough. So, got my water. It's a little on the warm side, but hey, it's water. It's all good. Slightly warm filtered water beats the hell out of being dehydrated. It's kind of wild that I actually used this ramp 2 days in a row, because I haven't used this ramp, and I hardly ever use this ramp from the northbound 17 to the eastbound 10. And for those who are paying attention, yes, I did get off the 10, and I am getting back on the 10. Yeah, that's something that tends to confuse people that aren't from Phoenix, is how there are two intersections of the I-17 and the I-10. You've got the split, and you've got the stack. And I am stuck behind somebody camping in the left lane. I guess he doesn't understand that the left lane is for passing. Stuck behind trucks coming from the southbound I-17. So yeah, two intersections of the 10 and the 17. You got the stack and you got the split. I just went through the stack where I got off onto the 17. That was the split. Hope I get my forklift training tonight. But even if I don't, I'm going to be quite happy and content to be a water spider, knowing that she promised me that it will happen tomorrow. I did see on the app yesterday that there were 2 shifts available for me to take for additional work, which I should probably be taking right now, but I was kind of holding off to get my air fixed, which it is fixed. Rob did forget to do my headlight, but he said just come in tomorrow. He'll do it while I wait. So. It feels so good to have air conditioning in the car again. But yeah, I definitely wanted to, before committing to any extra shifts, I wanted to make sure I had my car, make sure I had my air conditioning, and yeah, before I commit to extra shifts, I want to be back driving a forklift. I'm down to working some extra shift driving a forklift, but I don't really know that I'm down for all those extra hours pulling a pallet jack. It is really physically demanding work, and not gonna lie, it's kind of kicked my ass the last couple of days. Although I did have a moment yesterday where I think I made one of the AMs that I don't talk to very often a little bit nervous. He just happened to be walking through by me with looking at his laptop. Obviously he's doing manager stuff, but he was the nearest available person, and I needed some help, so I was like, hey, can you help me push this? And then he went to grab the pallet jack, and I'm like, no, I got the pallet jack. I can just push on the I love telling bosses what to do, telling managers what to do. Love that. Like, no, just I got the pallet jack. I need some extra heft if you can push on the pallet. He's like, good God, this is heavy. He goes, what the hell is this? I said, it's batteries. I knew it was batteries just looking at the pallet, because they come in an unusually shaped pallet. Whenever I see that pallet, I just recognize that it's batteries, and they're insanely heavy. The little individual boxes that the batteries in are heavy. I'm thinking they're probably lead acid batteries, but yeah, the batteries are insanely heavy, and the boxes are insanely heavy. And moving a pallet of them, but it was kind of funny. He goes, I don't think you should be moving this with a pallet jack. He goes, I think this is just supposed to be moved with the pit. And I'm like, no, not really. I don't know. I find it funny how some of the management just doesn't understand like the actual workflow in certain departments. And I don't know his name, but I mean, I've seen that guy around for months. Like I don't know how he thinks we get that to the line if we're not using a pallet jack. It's not like a forklift can be out in a pedestrian area where people are walking. So, but yeah, I definitely needed his help to move it. I was just moving it from one side of the zone to the other side of the zone, so I could get pallets that were behind it out. And man, I could not move that pallet by myself. I couldn't. I mean, I moved it, but I wasn't. I was just, ooh, that's 67th. But I was struggling so hard with it that I just couldn't quite get it where I needed it. And boy, did it open his eyes. I don't think he realized how heavy some of the shit water spiders have to move around are. It's looking like I'm actually going to get to work on time. 6:48, which actually means 6:50. And that is the I guess that overpass would be for 71st Avenue. I never noticed that there was an overpass for 71st Avenue. I'm wondering if that's one of those provisional overpasses that doesn't actually have... Did I miss my damn exit? I sure as hell did.